So what if I told you that the most important thing we can do in society, disagreeing, we are afraid of? My name is Owen Brennen, and let me tell you about an experience that changed my opinion on disagreement and expression. So this past election cycle, I interned for one of the congressional candidates. And as an intern, my main task was canvassing and going around door to door to ask them if they were voting for the candidate I was interning for. And on election day, I was doing just that. I was down in Spring Street in Ossining, and I was going door to door, and I came across numerous people. People saying they were voting for my candidate, people saying they were voting against my candidate. But one person stuck out to me in particular. It was this young man. I knocked on the door, and I asked him if he was planning on voting today. He said, "No, I don't think so." I then said, "Is there anything I could do for that? I can arrange a ride to the polls if necessary." And he said, "No, I'm just not really interested." So I asked him, I said, "Is there anything I could do to change that?" And he said, "No, I just don't really care about politics." Now, this is the wrong way to go down. He was probably a recent high school graduate, someone who should be finding his voice, someone who should be knowing his values, somebody who should be expressing his values. But instead, he was choosing silence. And this is no fault of his own, but the fault of our environment. The Harvard Crimson in February 2025 did a review saying that people are less likely to express their opinion because they feel they're going to get censored, and they feel self-censorship is better than the alternative. Additionally, in 2023, the Bangladesh Youth Leadership Center found that students feel that there's a lack of safe spaces and believe that they will not express their opinion because they will get backlash. This is the wrong path to go down. Disagreement has many benefits. Disagreement, for one, it helps intuition. It helps you understand your argument and who you are as a person. When you disagree with someone, you're able to believe in yourself, and you're able to believe in someone else. When Einstein and Newton disagreed on the theory of relativity, they came together and made a new idea that is the foundation of our GPS technology today. When the Articles of Confederation were put into place, people realized the weaknesses, and people came together and put the Constitution together, which is the basis of our legal system today. This all came together through disagreement. Disagreement also allows you to build your communication skills. When you disagree with someone, you need to act cordially and not act violently, because that will not lead to compromise. It also helps you engage with different people. When you engage with someone you disagree with, you are allowed to communicate with them, and you're allowed to communicate them to come to an effective compromise. But what does this look like in the real world? Alex Edelman is a Jewish comedian, and in his special, Just For Us, he talks about how he went to a neo-Nazi meeting as a Jewish person in Queens. Nobody knew it was a neo-Nazi meeting, and nobody knew he was a Jewish person. So he went there, and when they started spewing hate speech at him, he didn't leave right away or fight them. He listened. And I'm not saying I condone hate speech. There's bad opinions, obviously. But he listened, and that's the main point. In a subsequent New York Times interview, he talks about the importance of letting everybody be heard. He says society is a jigsaw puzzle. Every piece has a place on the board. Every piece is allowed to be on the board. And without every piece, society is incomplete. Jonathan Haidt, a famous social psychologist, talks about how humans are inherently tribal. He talks about how our primary thoughts do not come from logic or reason, but come from intuition and impulse. He believes that we would rather win than compromise. And this is true. Just look at society on an everyday basis. In sports, politics, and culture, we seek to be competitive. And this is fine. We can seek to have tribes. But the problem with us today is that we've stopped talking across tribes. We've become polarized and purified. There used to be economic Republicans and social Democrats. But today, they're purified. It's one party or the other. And this is not the right way to go about things. Barack Obama says, democracy requires compromise, even when you are 100% right. And this can be extended to civility. This can be extended to society. A functioning society is not built by winning, but by compromising. And we need to be able to have difficult conversations, especially students. Because when we compromise, we are able to come together and make an effective agreement that betters everyone. So today, I challenge you. I challenge you to talk to someone, to disagree with someone. And it doesn't have to be with someone about hate speech, because hate speech is beyond the fact. It can be about your favorite sports team. It can be about your favorite artist. But don't fight them. Don't disagree with them, but compromise with them. Have an effective disagreement that betters people. Because society is not built by silencing others, but by listening to them. Thank you.